Okay guys, we are down to 101, so I'm going to go ahead and open the kiln and see how things went. And it doesn't look too bad, but I do see one disaster already. Can you pick it out? The little purple egg. That was some high fire wire that I wrapped around that steel and hung it on, and the wire melted down, and it is probably stuck to that steel that it's on. So if that's the worst, that's good. So I'm going to pull some of these out, and then I'll show you what they look like. Oh, and I do see that egg tray. Those two eggs that I covered, I have no idea what's going on there. Hold on a sec. Okay, so on the egg tray, I'm not sure what happened here. I don't, unless when I redid more color, maybe I had the wrong glaze. And like I said, I started this in 2017, which is why I shouldn't leave stuff for so long. But I remember taking a picture of the tray with the glaze next to each egg, and I must have had one wrong. But you know what? It's still cute. I still like it. It's going to have deviled eggs on it, and so what? And like I said, see that clear, it just turns clear. But it's okay. I love the little Santa. You can kind of see the shiny where I had the white underglaze. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to do a clear glaze over him, and maybe do gold on the bell. If I do, I'll show you that with the decal firing. But he's going to be cute. I'm just going to have he's just going to be white. So, like, he'll have to go back in. This one is totally done, so we'll move it over. The orange Easter egg, I apparently chose the wrong glaze. Like I said, this was a long time ago too. But you know what? It covered the big white spot. Who cares? It's fine. That's going in my Easter basket. This little bunny will just get a coat of clear glaze, and then I'll maybe go stick that in my husband's garden as a joke or something. But you can kind of see it's shiny. But the bisque is the white is still bisque, so we'll do a clear glaze over that. Let's see, the Easter egg is done. We'll just do this. Cover that up. This little guy I was doing to see if I liked the color. I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to put this color on the... well, no, I was just seeing to find out what that color was. It's a pretty color, but maybe for like tree bark or, something like that. I'm not sure. This little egg, it was fine. It's just going to need some clear glaze. But it had a place right there that I had to patch. It's kind of messy looking because I couldn't scrape it all off. But I'll just throw some clear glaze on it and throw it in my Easter basket. This one I was doing to see what the color was. It is obvious to me it's Danish milk glass, which is good because I like to put that over stuff. It's not quite that pretty by itself. But it's pretty to put over stuff that has texture. So he's done. He'll go in my Easter stuff. I was trying to experiment with this. I wanted it to look just like muddy. I'm going to do another coat because I did this really fast and I want it to have this kind of look, but it has two little pigs that are salt and pepper shakers that are going to go in it. See, once again, 16. That was 2016. I'm going to do another coat and then a clear glaze and then see how that looks. This guy, I don't think I showed you guys. I had left him upstairs. I was just, I had two Mako glazes with just a little bit left, and I just kind of used one on the wings and one on the body. One's kind of like a green with green speckles, and then the orange. I just thought that'd be cute. That I'll just stick in my garden, so that one's finished. The little reindeer came out okay. You probably can't tell. It might still look white. It's very pale teal. It will get a coat of clear glaze, which will make it shinier, and then I think I will do the gold on the antlers. So they came out all right. It looks pretty even. They just need to be finished. This came out really good. It's very close. I haven't pulled the big one out because it's under the tray, the shelves there. But it's kind of splotchy a little bit here, but that's what a real watermelon looks like. It's not perfectly solid color, so I'm just going to leave it as is. It's great. I might put a coat of clear glaze over it just to make it a little smoother, because I use different underglazes, and some of them you can fire once and it'll have a shine, but I actually like to put an extra coat of clear glaze just to make it a little more protected and a little smoother, which is probably what I'll do. But color wise, I think that's great. This was the disaster. I had to make this little makeshift stilt, and it slipped and fell over, and you see that because glaze is like glue when it fires, so it stuck to the stilt. Probably I can get that off really to save the stilt, but I'll have to pry it off and it'll probably just go in the garbage. This I love, and I totally forgot. I'll have to go check and see what glaze I used. But this was the frog that had the crystal, the big chunks of crystal on it. It's an older glaze that I had found that I had had for years. Or either I thrifted it, I can't remember, but I actually love it. I love the texture, the way it turned out, and I like that I just did clear in the mouth, because I think a color would kind of, sometimes I like to do red in the mouth. That's really cool, but I think that would take away from this. But that is, I love it. I love the frog. I think the frog is my favorite from the first shelf. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. Sometimes I add the little bee butterfly, but if you're actually going to use it, I don't like to add it because it'll, putting a sponge in and out all day, you're going to break that little thing off. But I actually have a little collection of frogs. But I love him. I love that glaze. That's gorgeous. I'll definitely be using that glaze on some other stuff. So let me go to the next shelf. Oh no, I see a disaster down there too. This is crazy. I don't usually have them. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this little guy was the piece that I did to see the difference in 1, 2, and 3 coats of an underglaze. I can't even hardly tell a difference on this underglaze. Other ones would be different, but so you would put if I was putting this on something, you would do a clear coat and it would be shiny, kind of brown, but it's every one is about the same. So I'm not going to use this on my, sorry, there's my water going. I'm not going to use this on my Cougar. I think I've decided to do that in like a bronze. But I love my watermelon bowl. I'm so glad I fixed it. You can't even see, there's one little spot there, but how I missed that, I don't know. It's still pretty warm. It was in the bottom. But it looks fabulous. So I'm glad I fixed it. You don't really see that shine as like the light, but and let's see, where's the other one? They're very similar. They look pretty close. But I love it. I fixed it and it didn't like explode. Oh, I don't like the bottom though. I'm not sure what's going on here. It used to say Angie 96. I was going to show you, but I had to add some glaze to, that's weird. I've never seen that happen. But you know what? It's just on the bottom where I had to stilt it. I know I made it in 96, but it looks great. But that is strange though. This little guy was just an experiment. It's just to make sure of some red and orange. So that's just a cute little toothpick holder. But this was the disaster. First off, I love the orange is pretty. It was called Tangelo, I think. It's probably hard to see on top of this almost same color counter. Oh, there's a spot right there. But look at this, you guys. This is what I meant about the little bee. I had it on the lip. You know, the glaze usually would, always before it has, you know, it melts together. It slipped down, and now he's upside down stuck. Oh my gosh. he is upside down, stuck on the outside. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. I'm still going to stick him in with my, with the rest of my collection of them. And like I said, it's just a piece that tells me what a color is going to look like. But that's so funny. Good thing he was on the bottom shelf, because he could have very easily slipped off and fallen onto something else. And then I would be really bad. Say if he slipped and fell onto here. Because the only way to get it off is to kind of break. You're going to break some of it. But I've done a lot of these, and I've never had one fall before. So you know what? Everything's good. It's a pretty color, though. I probably could have done maybe one more coat if I use this color again, because I can see some kind of splotchy right around here. I definitely would do another coat of that one. I think it was called Tangelo. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's see. I'll maybe try to do another one when I do my glazes and my gold. But I love this guy. I love him. That is so pretty. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.